PCE Social Media News with your host, Joanne Maz, and co-host, Chloe Maz.
Today on PCE Social News, we are talking about hashtags and how many to use on each platform. First on the list that we're going to be speaking about today is Instagram. And I think I already know how many hashtags to use on Instagram, and the answer is
5 to 6 hashtags. Some say 11 now.
I was going to say 30.
No, it isn't 30.
I'm sure you can use up to 30 hashtags.
No.
Really? Oh, hold on a minute. Someone's just telling me something in my ear. Right, okay. So, where did you get your information from anyway?
Just Google, Mummy. I mean, Joanne Maz.
Oh, just Google it. Right, okay. Well, I've just been told that the reason why you need to use 5 to 6 roughly, some people say 11, is because Instagram prefer more content in your posts, and the more content you make, then, you know, they see that as a more appealing post to your audience, so they're going to bump that up the feed more because you've took the effort to make some organic content. Plus, it doesn't look as spammy when you're putting 30 hashtags in your posts as well, because that can take up quite a lot of room. You can use up to 30 hashtags, but people say 5 to 6 is better these days. And they'll be getting a lot more engagement on their content, and some people say 11 works better. What do you think? How many hashtags are you using in your post? Are you posting in the comments section, or are you posting in the actual post itself? How many's working for you? You tell us. You comment below and tell me how many hashtags you're using these days. So, next up, we're going to be talking about Twitter. It's a little birdie, Twitter. Yeah. So, Twitter. How many hashtags is best to use on Twitter?
2 hashtags. You can use as many as you want, but you've only got a short space to work with.
Ah, okay. So you could fill your little tiny box on Twitter with hashtags, but that doesn't look very good. And just with a little short sentence, again, it does look a little bit spammy. And because on Twitter you've only got a short space to work with, it is more of a status update rather than like a story that you could put on Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram. It is just, you've got to keep it short and sweet. So the less hashtags you use, the better. So they say, Google says, doesn't it, Chloe, that the latest study suggests that 2 it does work a lot better than putting 6 or 7 in there. Is that right?
Yeah.
So let's just stick with 2. How about you? What do you find works on Twitter? So next, we're going to be speaking about LinkedIn, the business professional platform. So, LinkedIn, how many hashtags are we supposed to use on LinkedIn, Chloe?
5 hashtags.
Just 5? Wow, they're getting shorter and shorter, these hashtags, aren't they, every year? So why 5 hashtags?
Because they are actually getting flagged up as spam.
Spam?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a minute, somebody's just telling me something in my ear. Right, so the latest algorithm on LinkedIn is actually flagging posts up as spam if you use more than 5, apparently. So a few people have said that the posts are not being posted, or there's something wrong with them. So that's a new one to me, that they're actually getting flagged up as spam in the latest algorithm. So 5 is the actual good hashtag amount to use on LinkedIn. So I think we should have a little bit of a rundown now, just to, review all the hashtags, what people should be using on their social media platforms. So number 1 is Insta, and the right amount to use on Instagram is 5 to 6, but some say 11.
Mm-hmm.
The next is Twitter, and a good average to use on Twitter is 2. And last but not least is 5 on LinkedIn. So what do you think about all this? Do you think it's a load of rubbish? Do you think that you can use as many as you want? Have you found a happy medium where you do so many hashtags per post and it works for you? What's best for you guys? We would love to know what works for you, because there's been so many mixed reviews on what platform? What have you been looking at your hashtags on?
Just Google.
Just Google it. But yeah, we want to know what you guys think. So let us know in the comments below how many hashtags you think works best for you. And that was your news update for today at PCE Social News. We hope you can join us again next time for more PCE social media news. It's good night from Chloe Maz, and it's good night from Jo Maz. Good night.